Welcome to Integrity Linguistics Institute. Should I play the audio once again? I think it is a fairly easy question. All right, so I'll do one thing. I'll just play the audio once again. So just give importance to the present tense, okay? Because what is the patient most concerned about? Concerned, okay? Most concerned means it is not past tense, it is not future tense, okay? So it is actually present tense over here. So I'll just play the audio once again, and then we'll have a detailed discussion regarding that. Discomfort. Now let's hear the audio script.
So you've had some changes in your diet. Is anything a problem for you there?
I might be losing a bit of weight because I don't like eating much.
Oh, does that trouble you?
No, I just don't want to eat a lot.
Any trouble with your bowels? I know that you're taking regular laxatives, but is that an issue for you?
Oh, I've had a bit of trouble with constipation over the years. I've taken pills on and off. I've taken something now, actually. But I still feel a bit bloated, a bit crampy.
So it's bothersome?
Yeah, it's not what you'd call slight.
Well, I think we need to have a look at you, maybe make some adjustments to what you're taking, especially since you're getting that bloating.
All right. Okay, so I would say that this is a little bit more manageable question, not very complex over here. If you're able to identify, okay, my duty is to find the concern, the present most concern of the patient. I have to focus on the emotions. Okay, that is, I have to really sense the emotions coming from the patient. It becomes very easy, and the elimination strategy also is really going to help you out. So let's take a look into the 25th question over here. Okay, so let's see what are the strategies. So everyone just imagine that you're in the examination hall. Okay, you're in the examination hall. They have given you this particular question over here, question paper, and you get 15 seconds time. Okay, you get 15 seconds time to read the 25th question. Okay, and then they will play the audio for 30 seconds, and then you will get 5 seconds time to choose the correct answer. So first and foremost, let's comprehend the question. Okay, so I'll just type these steps over here once again. This is something that I repeatedly do because the human mind learns everything through repetition. And there is no shame in repeating the same thing, right? This is how we learn. Comprehension of the question. Comprehension basically means understanding the question. So remember, the OET is not giving you marks for listening the audio. The OET is not giving you marks for understanding the audio. The OET is giving you marks for answering the questions. The questions are always the number one priority. So understand the question over here. That is what we call as comprehension. Right. And then you have to register this information to your memory. You must not forget what you understood. Okay. That is what we call as retention. So the memory of the question should always be in the back of your mind. And then you need to detect what the answer is. Right. So let's see what the question is asking you. The question is asking you, saying you hear a palliative care nurse. Okay. So again, we are hearing the voice of a nurse over here talking to an elderly patient. All right, so this is the situation. Always visualize, okay? So, the visualizing part will always help you out. That is why in the recorded lectures from the app, I always use a lot of videos, photos, animations and all. It is to actually boost your visualizing thing. So, for example, if you're really visualizing, okay, so just imagine there is a room, there is an elderly patient, and that there is a nurse over there. If you are visualizing like that, and as you listen to the audio, if you're visualizing the situation, it will help you. See, for example, we watch movies, right? And there are some movies that has been inspired from novels. That is, you might have read a novel, you might have read a book, and and then a movie was based off that novel. So imagine that you have read the novel and you have also watched the movie. In your mind, which is going to be more solid? Okay, the memory of the which is the novel's content going to be more solid in your memory, or the movie? Of course the movie, right? Because the movie is more visual. Okay, the movie is visual and you're able to retain the information more better for a longer duration of time. Okay, that is why that visualization part is actually very important. So just boost your imagination skills. So what is your duty over here? Your duty is to find what is the patient most concerned about. Okay, so the main concern type question. Now here, what are answer options A, B, and C? answer option A, answer option B, and answer option C are all concerns of the patient. All A, B, and C are all concerns. Right. That is, there is no doubt regarding that. Now let's see what are the keywords over here. A change in her weight. Okay, so the patient's body weight has changed. Okay, and that is the most worrying thing for the patient currently, for the elderly patient. Second one, her new treatment regime. Okay, that is, her treatment has been revised. Okay, a new medication is coming in. Okay, a new treatment protocol is coming in, and she is not familiar with it. And that is really scaring her. Okay, and this is what is concerning the patient. Third one is some abdominal discomfort. Okay, so she is having abdominal discomfort, and this is the thing that that is, concerning her. All right, so now let's identify the focal point of each question. Focal point of each question. So over here, we can say the verbs over here, a change. Okay, so the change in her weight is the most concerning thing. And here, a new treatment. Okay, so a new treatment is the most concerning thing. And abdominal discomfort. Okay, so here again, so all are very small answer options. So therefore, this is the best that we can do. Okay, so the discomfort. So change in our body weight, new treatment regime, abdominal discomfort. So now you have comprehended the question. You have done the keyword analysis. Now it is time for retention. Now what you need to do is, when you are listening to the audio, your eyesight should only be here. Okay, you should not read the question now. The question's memory should be thorough in your mind. You're hearing a palliative care nurse speaking to an elderly patient. Your duty is to find the main concern of the patient, nothing else. So that memory should be solid. Okay, and when you're listening to the audio, you should look only into the answer options. Okay, you should not look anywhere else, because if you're looking into the question when the audio is playing, you're going to distract yourself. Remember, the OET is trying to distract you. So OET is distracting you, you are distracting yourself. The outcome is not going to be positive. Okay, so don't distract yourself. Retain the memory of the question, solve it in your mind. Right. So now let's take a look into the audio script over here. So I believe the eyesight will go from A and then to answer option C and then to B. Okay, so let's see. Take a look again. This is a very easy question, but anyway, let's just see how this question can be thoroughly understood. All right, so here the palliative nurse is asking, so you have had some changes in your diet. Is anything a problem for you there? Now she is saying, I might be losing a bit of weight because I don't like eating much. Now see, what is the key word over here? Losing a bit of weight. Now in which answer option did we read that? It is answer option A. Okay, so that's why I told you, when you listen to the beginning of the portion, immediately your eyesight should come to answer option A. Now your eyesight is in only answer option A. Now see here, if the student is reading the question, okay, instead of looking into the answer option, if the student is reading the question, they will not be able to recognize now the audio is an answer option A. Okay, so that is why this strategy is extremely important. So now your eyesight is an answer option A, because weight, losing a bit of weight is mentioned. Now what is your duty? Your duty is to find whether this is her most concern. Okay, her main concern. That is what you need to find out. So here they have told you, I might be losing a bit of weight because I don't like eating much. And here the question is asking, the person is asking, does this trouble you? And she is saying no. Okay, she is saying no, I don't mind losing weight. It is not something that is bothering me. And she is saying, I don't want to eat a lot. So what will you do? You will eliminate answer option A. Simple as that. Put a cross mark there. A is eliminated. Now it is either B or C. Now you have 50-50 chance. This is why proper elimination is extremely important. Now there is no need for you to look into answer option A, because she is telling she is not at all concerned about losing weight. She just does not like to eat much. Now let's see where our eyesight is going to go. Okay, again, we need to find the main concern of the patient, right? So here the person is asking, any trouble with your bowels? I know that you're taking regular laxatives, but is that an issue for you? Okay, now she's asking, okay, is there any issue with your bowels? I know you're taking laxatives. Is there an issue? And she's saying, past tense. Okay, now she's talking about past tense. Had means past tense. Okay, I have had a bit of trouble with constipation over the years. That is, for a lot of years she has been suffering from constipation, and she's telling past tense. I have taken pills on and off. Okay, I have taken pills on and off. So here also we're a little bit confused. Okay, because our duty is to find what is the main concern right now, but the patient is talking about past tense. Okay, for a very long time, for so many years, she's been suffering from constipation. She has taken a lot of pills. I have taken something now, actually. Now you see over here, now the present tense is coming. Okay, now she is saying, I have taken something now. But I still, now you see, now and still, these are all what? These are all words that indicate present tense. Okay, these are all not past tense over here. Now and still, these are all present tense. And she is saying, I feel a little bloated. Okay, I feel a little bloated and a little bit crampy. Okay, so where is your eyesight going to be? Your eyesight is now going to be in answer option C. Okay, some abdominal discomfort. So bloating is an abdominal discomfort. Feeling cramps is an abdominal discomfort. And these are all present tense. Okay, now it is all present tense over here. Now we just need to confirm. Okay, so now you're getting a sense. Now let's see the emotional priority, right? So remember, if it is a main concern type question, you have to focus on the emotions that is coming from the patient. Right. So now see, the person is asking, is it bothering you? Is it bothersome? Is it bothering you? And she is saying, yes, it is bothering her. And it's not what you call slight. Not slight. Not slight means it is not a mild. It is not a mild discomfort. It is a very, very big discomfort. So you have basically confirmed the answer. So the answer option to this is going to be answer option C, because the abdominal, what are the keywords over here? Abdominal discomfort is mentioned, and the past tense is not used. The present tense is used, and she is saying it is not a slight discomfort. It is a very massive discomfort, and you have already eliminated answer option A. Right. Now, let's just, for the sake of the entire thing, let's just read the entire thing. And he's saying, well, I think we need to have a look at you. Again, this is a physiotherapist saying, making some adjustments to what you're taking, especially since you're getting that bloating. And she's saying, yeah, that would be good. Now, what is answer option B? Her new treatment regime. Did we read anything or did we listen anything regarding her treatment regime? Nothing. Okay, nothing new. No treatment, no regime. So this is not at all mentioned. So B is not at all mentioned. So we cannot choose B as the correct answer. And change in her weight has happened, but that is not the concern of the patient. So A is also eliminated. So A and B is eliminated. So that means automatically C will be the correct answer. And we have focused on the emotion of the patient, and we have identified C to be correct. Right. So we'll just, before we go to the next question, that is a problem-based question, solution question, I'll just play the audio once again. So again, 30 seconds, right? And then we'll go to the next question. Because again, repetition, okay? I want everyone learns through repetition. So there is no, I'm not, intentionally, wasting time. That's how the human mind learns. So just make it thorough over here. So I'm going to play the audio just once again. Yeah, so just give importance to the emotions, okay? Just emotional priority you give. Now let's hear the audio script.
So you've had some changes in your diet. Is anything a problem for you there?
I might be losing a bit of weight because I don't like eating much.
Oh, does that trouble you?
No, I just don't want to eat a lot.
Any trouble with your bowels? I know that you're taking regular laxatives, but is that an issue for you?
Oh, I've had a bit of trouble with constipation over the years. I've taken pills on and off. I've taken something now, actually. But I still feel a bit bloated, a bit crampy.
So it's bothersome?
Yeah, it's not what you'd call slight.
Well, I think we need to have a look at you, maybe make some adjustments to what you're taking, especially since you're getting that bloating.
All right. So did you give importance to the, emotions coming away and say, I still feel a little bit bloated? She was not saying normally. She was putting some stress over there. Okay. She was expressing her emotions that she is very, very concerned. Okay. That is what we call as emotional priority. All right. So now let's go to the 26th question. So this is the question. So this is a problem solution type question. Read the question. Just give me a second. Just take the audio ready. As you can see, very detailed lectures are available in the app. You will not be getting this anywhere else. It took me a lot of effort making all this. And as you can see, like I use a lot of pictures, okay, pictures to visualize. Again, that visualization part is very, very important. Okay, that will definitely help you out. So train yourself to visualize certain things. Okay, that's why I use a lot of photos and videos and animations in the recorded lectures. Okay, so we have the 26th question. Everyone read the 26th question. Okay. Now let's hear the audio.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, I've been in a bit of pain. I've got arthritis, you see, but it's not that, it's my jaw.
Oh, have you had this problem before?
Yes, it flares up when I get anxious and I'm a bit stressed at the moment. I usually take some paracetamol, but I don't want to take too much because, I'm already taking arthritis medication.
Well, paracetamol is usually well tolerated and can be used with your anti-inflammatories. But you're right. Taking that is not getting to the root of the problem. Have you seen a dentist or a doctor about this?
Yes, I've had a bite splint at one time, but, well, it never really helped.
Well, I'd recommend seeing someone about it again because this can become a chronic problem.
Okay, you're probably right. Thanks so much.
Okay, all right. So that was the audio script. So it's a tough question over here, not an easy one. So I'll just play the audio once again. This is a very, very tricky question.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, I've been in a bit of pain. I've got arthritis, you see, but it's not that, it's my jaw.
Oh, have you had this problem before?
Yes, it flares up when I get anxious and I'm a bit stressed at the moment. I usually take some paracetamol, but I don't want to take too much because, I'm already taking arthritis medication.
Well, paracetamol is usually well tolerated and can be used with your anti-inflammatories. But you're right. Taking that is not getting to the root of the problem. Have you seen a dentist or a doctor about this?
Yes, I've had a bite splint at one time, but, well, it never really helped.
Well, I'd recommend seeing someone about it again because this can become a chronic problem.
Okay, you're probably right. Thanks so much.
Okay, so here, so that was you really have to give importance to the question. Okay, we have a lot of answers coming in. Okay, so here, this is not an easy question. Okay, this is definitely not an easy question. You have to give very, very big importance to the question because the memory of the question should be thorough in your mind. So let's read the question over here. Okay, so again, that visualization part, okay, you have to really visualize these things over here. And I'll tell you why that visualization is going to help you out. So see, in the audio, they have told you, you hear a pharmacist. Okay, so imagine a pharmacist, right? So a pharmacy in a pharmacist, right? You hear a pharmacist talking to a customer who is in pain. So is basically means present tense. Okay, and she is in a lot of pain. Okay, so a customer who is in a lot of pain is speaking to the pharmacist over here. Okay, now what is the question here? What is the customer seeking help about? Okay, so the solution is coming from the pharmacist. Okay, so here the solution is coming. Okay, that is the patient is saying something to the pharmacist. Okay, the patient is sharing her concerns to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist is giving the solution. But what is the question asking you? The question is asking you regarding what is she seeking help about? So what is it? So here answer option A, B, and C are not solutions. Answer option A, B, and C are all problems. Okay, so you have to find out what problem the patient is having. Okay, so here we know that the patient is in pain. Okay, the patient is in pain. Okay, that is one part of the problem, and she is seeking help. Okay, she is seeking help from the pharmacist. Okay, remember that the help is coming from the pharmacist over here, right? And the question is asking you about what? About what is she seeking help? So we seek help for a problem, right? Only when we have a problem, we will go and seek help. So the question is asking you regarding what is she seeking help? So answer option A, B, and C are all what? Problems. Okay. So regarding problem A, she is seeking help. Or regarding problem B, she is seeking help. Regarding problem C, she is seeking help from the pharmacist. Okay. So again, you have to give importance to the pharmacist role over here. Okay, that if you identify, okay, the information is coming from a pharmacist, then this becomes a little bit more easier. All right, so your duty is to find what problem the patient is having. The problem is what you need to find out. The solution is coming from the pharmacist. So problem number one, an increase in her arthritic pain. Okay, so she is a arthritic patient and she is suffering arthritic pain and it has increased. Okay, so this is problem number one. Okay, increase in her arthritic pain. And for this, she is going to the pharmacist and asking for a solution. Okay, an increase in her pain. Answer option B, discomfort due to a bite splint. Okay, so she had a bite splint, and because of that, okay, due to means what? Due to means because. So because of a bite splint, she is having discomfort. So this is the problem, and she is going to the pharmacist to get a solution to the discomfort caused by the bite splint. Answer option C, a potential drug interaction. Potential means what is the tense over here? Is it future tense? Is it past tense or is it present tense? Tell me. What is the tense of potential? Type in the chat box. When you hear the word, because the tense usage you really need to understand. What is the tense over here? What is the tense associated to potential? Is it past? Is it present or is it future? Very good, right? It is going to be future. Okay. That is, you have a potential to become the president of India. You have the potential to get grade A in listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So that is future tense. Okay. So potential is always future. Okay. Potentially it may rain today. Okay. Okay. So that is what we call as a potential. So the tense is future. Right. So now a potential future drug interaction. A potential, what is this? 1 second. Yeah. A potential future drug interaction means a drug interaction may happen in the future. That means this problem is not existing right now. Okay, this problem, see this here, answer option A, answer option B. These problems are existing currently. That is currently, presently, she is having arthritic pain. Presently, she is having an increase in arthritic pain. So that is present tense. Okay, so that is present tense over here. What about answer option B? Answer option B is also present tense, right? Presently, she is having a discomfort. But see over here, answer option C is also a problem. Okay, but this problem does not exist yet. This problem does not exist in the present. It may exist in the future. Okay, this problem may exist in the future and she wants to prevent that problem. So she is seeking a solution to prevent this problem that may happen in the future. Right. So this problem does not exist yet. So this is a future tense, right? So answer option C is going to be, what is the, what's the problem over here? A potential, that is a drug interaction that may or may not happen in the future. And for that potential problem, she is seeking help from the pharmacist. Right. So now let's take a look into the audio script over here. Now we have comprehended the question. Now you have to retain the question to your memory. Okay. So let's retain the question. The patient is already in pain. The patient is going to a pharmacist. Okay. And the person is asking for a solution from the pharmacist. And the question is asking you regarding what problem. So the solution is coming from the pharmacist, but for what problem is she seeking a solution from the pharmacist? Is it for answer option A, which is present problem, answer option B for a present problem, or an answer option C, which is a future problem? Okay, and she is seeking prevention of it. Okay, now that memory should be there. And when you're listening to the audio, your focus should only be here and you need to pinpoint the correct answer. Right, so let's take a look into the audio script. So you hear a pharmacist talking to a customer who's in pain. Now, the customer is, okay, the pharmacist is a very polite person. See, again, he is asking, good morning, can I help you? And she is saying, I have been. So this is present continuous tense. Okay, past present continuous tense. I have been. That means in the past also she is having pain. Presently also she is having pain. Okay, so I have been in a bit of pain. I have got arthritis. You see, but it's not that. It's my jaw. Okay, now see over here, your eyesight should now come to answer option A, because in the beginning itself, they're telling that she is in pain. Okay, now see the pain over here. So this is also pain over here, and also arthritis. Here also arthritis. So your eyesight should directly come to answer option A first. Okay, now she is saying, yes, I have been in a little of pain. So here, can I help you? The question, yes, I'm in a little bit of pain. Okay, I have got arthritis. But see this word over here, the word but. Now, what is the word but? It is a contrast phrase. Okay, so I believe that everyone over here, I have already discussed what a contrast phrase is. I believe you have all attended the class where I talked about contrast phrases, right? Contrast phrases basically means what? That signals a sudden change. Okay, contrast phrases are, words that signals a sudden shift in idea. Okay, that is from negative to positive. Now, see over here, she is saying, I have got arthritis, but now the word but is coming. That means a sudden shift is coming, and she is saying, it is not that. Now, she is saying, it is not my arthritis. The reason why I am here is not because I have painful arthritis. She is saying, it is my jaw. Okay, so she is saying, I have arthritis, I have pain. Now the word but is coming, which means she's saying it is not that. I am not here because I have painful arthritis. She's saying I have some issues with my jaw. Right. So this is what they are saying. Now, what is the verb over here? What is the verb in answer option A? The verb in answer option A is increase. Now see, verb means an action. Okay. So an increase in arthritic pain. So this keyword over here, okay, the word increase over here is not mentioned. Okay, and also they are talking about arthritic pain. Okay, the keyword over here, okay, this keyword over here is mentioned, but in the audio she is telling that is not the reason why she is here. Okay, so we cannot actually choose answer option A. Right, so we can almost eliminate answer option A. But anyway, there is no need for you to immediately eliminate answer option A as soon as that. But just for the sake of saying, for these two reasons, we can, as of now, since we're discussing in detail, we can eliminate answer option A as for now. Right, now let's come to the next part of the question. And here, the pharmacist is asking, have you had this problem before? Okay, this previously. Have you had this problem before? Okay. And what is this problem over here? Tell me. What is this? So the pharmacist is asking about this problem. So what is this problem? Type in the chat box. This problem. What is it referring to? What is the problem referring to? Yes, very good, right? It is going to be the jaw pain. Okay, very good. Very impressive. Okay, that is a very impressive part. I was not expecting you will be getting it correct, because over here, this is the problem. Okay, so the pharmacist is asking, have you experienced this problem before? So he is actually asking, when the person is saying, I'm here because I have jaw pain. And when he is asking, this problem has happened before? She is referring to the jaw pain over here. Okay, it is not related to the arthritis or the painful arthritis. Okay, so now let's see what the person is saying. Now she's saying, yes, it flares up. Flares up means exacerbation. Okay, so what does exacerbation basically means? Exacerbation means worsening. Okay, a disease becoming worsening is what we call as exacerbation. So it flares up when I get anxious. So anxiety is what? A trigger. See, for asthma, dust is a trigger. Pollens are trigger, right? For almost every allergic reaction, there is going to be a trigger over here. And for some diseases, there is going to be a trigger, and that because of that trigger, some disease happens. So here she is saying the trigger is anxiety. Okay, that is when she becomes anxious. Okay, when she becomes anxious, her jaw pain actually increases. It flares up. I'm a bit stressed at the moment. Now she's saying, see, whenever I become anxious, my pain in the jaw increases. And she's saying, right now I'm anxious. Right now I'm stressed at the moment. And she's taking, and now she's explaining. Now she's explaining again. Remember that this is talking to a pharmacist. A pharmacist is a person who deals with medicines. Okay, so that is why she's over here. Now she's saying, I usually take some paracetamol, but I don't want to take too much because I already am taking arthritis medication. Now she's saying I'm a little bit anxious right now, and because of my anxiety I'm having painful jaw. And now she's explaining why she's having anxiety. She's explaining why she's feeling stressed. Why is she feeling stressed? Because she's talking to the pharmacist. She's saying I usually take some paracetamol, but I don't want to take too much. Okay, I don't want to take too much paracetamol because I'm already taking arthritis medication. So she's saying I'm a little bit stressed because I'm taking arthritis medication and I don't want to overdose myself on paracetamol. Now the pharmacist is saying, well, paracetamol is usually well tolerated. That means tolerated means what? The body can handle it. Okay, now the body can very well handle it. So it is well tolerated, usually well tolerated, and can be used with your anti-inflammatories. Okay, so it can be used very safely with the anti-inflammatory medications. But you are right. Now, see, this is a positive information. Paracetamol is usually well tolerated. It can be taken with an anti-inflammatory. Now, the word but is coming. That means a signal and change is coming. Okay, an idea. Now, he is saying, yes, you are right. Taking that is not getting to the root of the problem. Okay, so taking that is the paracetamol is not going to the root of the problem, is a jaw problem. Okay, and he is saying, have you seen a dentist or a doctor about this? See, now since you have a jaw problem, we will go to the dentist, right? Usually when we have a jaw problem, we go to the dentist, okay, or the doctor. No, he is asking, okay, so regarding this jaw problem, have you visited a dentist or a doctor? Okay, but what is he saying? The person is, what is the solution coming from the person? Now this is the problem over here. Okay, so he's saying, I'm a little bit stressed. Presently, I'm feeling stressed because I believe that if I take arthritis medication and paracetamol, something bad might happen. Okay, so what is that? It is potential drug interaction, right? That is, she's saying in the future, okay, in the future, if something bad might happen to her because paracetamol is interacting with arthritis medication. Okay, and because of that, she is very anxious. That is the problem. And she is asking for a solution from the pharmacist. What should I do? Because I'm very scared about a potential drug interaction between paracetamol and arthritis medication. So the solution from the pharmacist is that it is usually well tolerated. You can safely take the medications with anti-inflammatories. Okay, and he is saying, but that is not getting to the root of the problem. Root means the cause. That is the jaw pain. Okay, the jaw pain. So the jaw pain here, the anxiety is just a trigger. Okay, now see over here, you have to understand that anxiety is just a trigger over here. The root basically means the main problem. Okay, so the main problem is asthma. The main problem is asthma. Okay, dust is just an allergy. Dust is just a trigger over here. So similarly, anxiety is just a trigger for her, but the main problem needs to be rectified by a dentist or a doctor. So there's a lot of depth in this particular question. Right. Now the person is saying, yes, I have had a bite splint at one time. So where did we read this? In answer option B, right? Here, discomfort due to a bite splint. Now she is saying, I had, what is the tense over here? Past tense. I had a bite split at one time, but it never really helped. Okay, now she's saying, again, she's not talking about present tense, she's talking about past tense. That is, have you gone to a dentist or a doctor? And you're saying, yes, I had a bite splint. So it may be a treatment of something. And but here the tense is past tense. I had at one time, but it never really helped. Okay. But here they're saying presently the patient is having discomfort due to a bite splint. So here it is present tense, but in the audio, it is not present tense. The bite splint was taken so many days ago. That is basically past tense over there. So for that reason, we cannot say that the patient is currently experiencing discomfort due to a bite splint. And again, the word discomfort, okay, discomfort due to a bite splint is not mentioned. Okay, that is not mentioned. Okay, here they are saying she has tried a bite splint, but it never really helped. Okay, so the word discomfort is not mentioned, and also they are not using present tense in the audio. Okay, so therefore they are using past tense. So for that reason, we can eliminate answer option B. Okay, and previously we had eliminated answer option A as well because increase is not mentioned and arthritic pain is not the reason why she is here. Right. So now we have eliminated A and B. So that means by default, C will be the correct answer, a potential drug interaction. Okay, and again, we are hearing, right? That is in the future, paracetamol and arthritis medication may cause a potential drug interaction. And because of that, she is feeling stressed. That is her trigger. And that is the reason why she is asking for a solution from the pharmacist. And what is the solution? The solution is you safely take paracetamol with your medications because it is not going to be a problem. It is well tolerated. So we are getting the solution, but the question is asking you what is the problem. So the problem is her anxiety. Okay, anxiety about a potential drug interaction. So it is going to be answer option C. Okay, now the remaining part, I recommend seeing about it again because this can become a chronic problem. So just a small advice over here. And she's saying, thank you so much. Right. So this is a slightly tough question. Okay, not a very easy question. It's a slightly tough question over here. Okay, so let's just listen to the audio once again. Okay, so this time your eyesight will go from answer option A first, then it will go to answer option C, and then it will go to answer option B. So A, C, B, that is how your eyesight will go. Okay, and you should be able to eliminate answer option A, you should be able to eliminate answer option B, and you should be able to choose answer option C. Okay, so again, let's just listen to the audio once again. Okay, so let's take the audio. So give importance to the present tense, past tense, future tense. Okay, so all the tense usage is coming over here. Okay, and remember that this is a conversation between a patient and a pharmacist.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, I've been in a bit of pain. I've got arthritis, you see, but it's not that, it's my jaw.
Oh, have you had this problem before?
Yes, it flares up when I get anxious and I'm a bit stressed at the moment. I usually take some paracetamol, but I don't want to take too much because, I'm already taking arthritis medication.
Well, paracetamol is usually well tolerated and can be used with your anti-inflammatories. But you're right. Taking that is not getting to the root of the problem. Have you seen a dentist or a doctor about this?
Yes, I've had a bite splint at one time, but, well, it never really helped.
Well, I'd recommend seeing someone about it again because this can become a chronic problem.
Okay, you're probably right. Thanks so much.
All right. So that's a little bit tough question, right? Okay, but again, tough questions are always good. For me, I really like tough questions because, see, how much effort must have gone into making that question? Have you thought about it? See, for example, for us, we are just reading the question, listening to the audio, going through the audio script, and we know it is tough. But you know what is even more difficult? Creating this particular question. So many people must have researched. Maybe it took 3 or 4 weeks for them to research about this particular, these type of questions where they're testing the past tense, present tense, future tense, okay, and the words over here, and training the people who are doing the audio as well. Okay, that is, you have to speak in this particular tone. So there's a lot of hard work that goes for just one single question. Okay, this is not something that we can do in just 1 or 2 hours. Okay, so it has been designed to be challenging, but if you're able to understand that, it becomes much more easy. Yeah, it is a tough question. It's a tough question. That is why you got confused between C and B. Okay, that
Sir,
is.
actually, I
Mm.
thought it's like that. What actually the question
Mm-hmm.
is in present tense
Mm-hmm.
and how the answer will be in future tense. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I thought like that. That's and
Mm-hmm.
then I eliminated C as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Again, the word is potential drug interaction, and again,
Yeah.
the small that's the clue over here is pharmacist. Now you see again that's the thing. So if you're giving importance to the pharmacist over here, and the pharmacist is going to be more inclined with the drugs. Okay. Now when it comes to bite splint and when it comes to an increase in arthritic pain, it is not it is not the pharmacist's role over here. Right, but when it comes to drugs, it is going to be pharmacist's role. That is why I gave in the very beginning, as I told, like if you give importance to the question, if you're visualizing that, it gives you a small edge over here. It's a tough question. Okay, it's not an easy question. I don't think any one of you got right. I think just Rubina got it right. All right. So it's a tough question, but this is how we learn. Okay. And again, the detailed lectures are available in the app. You can just go through it. So let's just have a recap of what we studied today. So there are 9 different types of questions in OET listening part B. They're all workplace type questions, right? So today we discussed regarding 2 different types of questions. That is, we discussed main concern questions and problem solution questions. Okay, and in along with that, we have detail specific questions where factual recall is important. We have opinion type questions, that is understanding the belief or the judgment of the speaker. We have purpose type questions, where in which you have to like understand the intention behind the message, the reason for saying that message. Then we have attitude. Okay, that is you have to give importance to the tone of the person, identify if there's a positive or a negative attitude or neutral attitude. And then we have action or next step, that is future plans. Yeah, that is how to plan the next treatment or the next steps in the future. And then we have clarification and role or responsibility type questions. These are a little bit rare actually. Okay, so it's a main concern type question. If you identify this, okay, then tell yourself, okay, my duty is to prioritize the emotions of the speaker. Right. And we have some clues over here. And it's a problem solution question. Okay, yeah, you have to just focus on the issue here. So either you have to find the problem or you have to find the solution. Right. So that is the 9 different types of questions in listening part B.